kinda lazy, don't wanna get dressed. My attitude's on a whole nother level, borderline classy, somewhat ghetto, but you love me. Yeah, you love me. I know I drive you crazy, crazy. But you love me anyway. Love me anyway. Love me anyway. You let me be, knowing you can't change me. Can't change me. Love me anyway. Love me anyway. I give it straight, no chaser. Big mouth on the run. I'm not the one you don't want. Do what I want, you can't hold me. It's nothing but love if you know me. I'm hard to handle, but I'm worth it. Worth it, yeah. Gave you my heart, but you earned it. Oh, and I'll always will be yours. Always be yours. Just don't try to change me. Don't try to change me. I'm crazy, but you love me anyway. Love me anyway. Love me anyway. Oh. You let me be, knowing you can't change me. Can't change me anyway. Oh, yeah. I'm complicated, but you love how I keep it real. Never had to pretend with you I could be how I feel. And despite everything people might say, take me as I am and love me anyway, baby. Oh, yeah. Love me anyway. Love me anyway, yeah. Love me anyway, yeah. You let me knowing you can't change me. Yeah, you love me anyway. I love the way you love, the way you love me. Hey, yeah. I know I drive you crazy, but you love me anyway. You love me anyway. Yeah. Hey, just love you, girl, love you, girl. You let me be, knowing you can't change me. You love me anyway. Change me. Just love me.
You know, ladies, every once in a while, we feel that sexual desire too. Yeah. And we want to control the sexual situation. So listen. 9 o'clock, 3 hours till midnight. I wake up out of my sleep. Look like you're resting real good. Don't want to wake you, but I feeling like being a free. I'm lying here behind you, staring at your backside. You looking real sexy. Turn over, let me take a ride. I wanna love you all night long. I wanna make you feel good till the morning comes. I wanna love you all night long. Let's move in rhythm to the beat of this song. I've been waiting all day just to feel you next to me, next to me, next to me, next to me. Let me give it to you, I won't hold back. Let me free your mind, let's release at the same time. I don't need nobody else, they can't make me feel like you do. The way you hold me, the way you kiss me, the way you squeeze me, the way you wrap yourself around, the way you hold me, the way you kiss me, the way you squeeze me.
with you. Then reality fades, and my thoughts drift away, and the fantasy starts to unfold. You take my hand and press it to your lips, and once again we seal it with a kiss. Then you pull me in close, say you'll never let go, and we dance the whole night away. But it was just a dream. You're not really here, and it seems life is so unfair, 'cause you're only in my mind. Another space, another time. Could it be 'cause you're only a dream? When I'm asleep, you invade my thoughts again, slowly creep, and I surely let you in. Into my heart it's for sure, 'cause I'm already yours. No more fantasies, I need this to be real, 'cause it's just all a dream. You're not really here, and you see so unfair, because you're only in my mind. Another space, another time. Could it be that it's only a dream? I'll dream about you tonight. Be about we. The day that you meet all mine.
Tell me what's the vibe.
I can tell your love is so unreal to me. When I look into your eyes and see, the realization that you're down with me. From one to one, it's you and me, yeah. Baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me, yeah. Just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. I got you. Yeah. I know you feel the same way too. Certified is just the way it is. From one to one, this love's so true. Yeah, baby girl.
can call on me when you have a need, and I will come to you. I will help you make it through. We all fall on hard times. Life has no guarantees. Oh, this I promise. I'll love unconditionally. I will be your shelter when the winds are getting rough. And I will be your comfort when your spirit's had enough. If you'd only trust me, you know I won't let you down. No, no, no. When you're in the valley, I will always be around. Call for me in your time of need. Remember, I'm here for
YouTube. We're streaming live today. And of course, we're very excited about today's guest. We have Mr. Rob Tardik in the house. Everybody help me welcome our guest today. Welcome. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome back, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yes,
Thank you, Gary.
sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show. Great to have you back. And of course, we just kind of came off of one of the soundtracks from you, Walk It, which was really nice, man. And of course,
Walk It like.
Yeah, man. So anyway, welcome to the show. And how you been, man?
Oh, things are good. Just very busy in the midst of moving, like I mentioned on my social media and stuff. You guys backstage here in the chat, and but we're moving forward. We're doing our thing. And life takes you on a road. It's a roadless journey.
Yeah.
So this one is a little winding, a little bit late, as of late for us on this Easter weekend. Happy Easter, everyone! I wish you all the best to you and your families. Stay safe and healthy, and keep moving forward. That's what we can do. Keep going, right?
Yes,
got to keep going.
And your BELL, the acronym. Tell the people.
Balance, energy, laughter, love.
No.
Yeah, BELL is from it's going back to the third CD. Yeah, third CD. It was a life mantra that I picked up, probably from the second album. I think I wrote it in the liners for the second album, but the third album I made a whole concept album of BELL, and it's kind of life mantra because I thought, what's the one thing in life we're always trying to do? I think we're always trying to balance ourselves, right? Whether it's your sleep, your diet, your work, your family time, everything is always a balance, but we never achieve balance, right? We're always trying, like, maybe you'll eat crappy for 1 week, but you slept good, or you ate really good 1 week, but you didn't spend time with your husband or your kids enough, or work got you so busy you never could go for walks or walk the dog, or so it's always like a balancing act. And I find I thought to myself, when life is balanced, your energy's better, right? You feel good, your mindset's there. So that balance, energy, laughter. So meaning you're just smiling more in life when you're feeling balanced, you're feeling healthy, good, you're eating right, sleeping right, work's good, family life's good. You're like, okay, life is right now, it's good, day by day. So you're putting out kind of energy, like the laughter and the love is around you. So you're trying to ring that bell of life, I find, is the goal. So that was the whole concept. So that album was 4 songs of energy, 4 songs of balance, 4 songs of life, laughter, and love. So going back to 2011, yeah. That's the bell of life.
Yeah, and I think that's the one that you were kind enough to put me in your liner notes as the people you were thanking. And I'm like, I wasn't even expecting that. It was just so kind of you. So thank you again for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, that was a special album, and I wanted to reach out and pay thanks to, it was earlier in my career. Like I said, we were just kind of branching out and, getting more on the global stage. The first album, Without Words, going back to 2005, was, I just released it by myself. I recorded everything and played everything. That was like a total Rob Tardik project with no one else. I just completely did everything. All the instrumentation I programmed, or I played the bass, played the guitars, just everything. And then, and it kind of took off, and I got some good radio play, like locally in Canada. And funny enough, the one song that I got really a lot of play was, and that's funny, that's the only time I ever did covers, was on the first album, I guess, to get a little bit of, get my name out there. So I did like La Isla Bonita by Madonna, because I always loved playing that Latin song, right? And I always got requested that when I was playing gigs a lot when I was younger. That was a request. A lot of the ladies would say, "Oh, we love the Latin Spanish. Can you play us something like that?" And so I prepared that song, and that one always went over so well. Women were dancing, having such a good time. And then also Sting, Fields of Gold.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
A lot of Sting. And that song, and that ended up being a #1 here in Canada. On certain stations picked that up in the cover.
Wow.
And so that got me a lot of radio. That was the song that kind of got me a lot of radio spins. And then they picked up, like, Smoothie was on that album. That was on to be a big hit. And I don't know, the rest of the originals started getting a lot of notoriety, but it was really the Fields of Gold. I think that was the one that I remember being on hold for a credit card company one time, and that song came on, my version. I'm listening going, hey, that's too. Yeah, it was like the on hold music. And I remember when the rep came on and said, okay, how can I help you? And I had some kind of credit dispute. And I said, I just want to tell you, you guys are playing one of my tunes right now. Well, it's not my song, but I redid that song. She goes, oh my God, that's so cool. I go, yeah. Make sure you take
That is cool.
But
Cool.
and that's again, so that kind of went on to the right time, and then Bell, of course, where Griselda gave a nice shout out to everybody, and because by that time we had gotten to know each other,
Mm-hmm.
and several, a lot of other people from, getting out and playing in the West.
Excuse me.
By that time, by the second album and third album, yeah, I was getting to play a lot more in the States, which was great. Catalina and different festivals, and Bagatini's in California, and I don't know, I forget all these different places we were
Right.
playing. So, yeah, that's where we met a lot of people.
Yep. So,
Well, nice. So
that,
that
like I said, that was just really sweet.
Thank you. That's
So
where
that
we're
was-
at right now. And everybody else is doing good. How are things in the States where you guys are? Everybody's doing good. I guess, are you staying at home? Or things more opened up? Where I don't know where each of you live particularly, but
Well,
Yeah.
where I'm at, yeah, some stuff has been opened up.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good. Any
Besides
live music
Essential.
where you guys are at?
Not yet, not that I'm aware of. No, I know that some of us are planning like for the summertime.
Yep.
There's some, upcoming stuff that's going to happen in summer, and I'm sure they're going to have it where it's still, the social
Online.
distancing kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but
Well,
that's
I've seen a few of my friends in California. Like I know Spagatini's is starting to play because I saw Tony Moore posted that he's playing, and Tatang, Katidig, a piano player that I played with before.
right.
So there's some venues I thought in Southern California I saw were actually they're having performances again. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. So things are opening up there, I guess. So
Yep.
good to see. Funny enough, I have friends from dear friends of my wife. She's in Australia right now because her mom passed. She had to go to Australia, but she's still at the
Oh,
quarantine.
Sorry.
And yeah, Celestine and Curtis Freeman are dear friends of ours, and his brother Carson plays in the band. They've been both. He's my bass player and my saxophonist under my band. And then we met Celestine, his lovely wife, Kurt. And but they're so super strict. That's why Australia, they have no cases down there in New Zealand. She said there's no exceptions. You have to take tests before you board the plane. When you get off the plane, you take another test, and then you're quarantined for 2 weeks. There is no question. They don't care if you're the biggest rock star on the planet or if you're whoever. Doesn't matter. If you're Elton John getting off the plane, there's no exceptions to the rule. Everybody quarantines for 2 weeks, isolated. You can't leave your hotel room. They feed you. It's a beautiful room, she says. They're treated really well. But because of that, they have zero cases there. Pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So I think they're just being strict. And the same thing, like friends in New Zealand said the same thing. Was it the Philippines? No, somewhere else. Another student of mine, I'm teaching online out of the country. He says, we have no cases here. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. I think it was Taiwan, or somewhere there. Because I teach online these days. And one of my other students, he was, I'm calling him from Taiwan. We're doing lesson, or I think it was there. Don't quote me on that one. But he says, yeah, we're fine here. Everything's open. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my God, like we're locked down again. It's like,
Well, these clowns here in the state, man, I don't understand. I don't understand it. They're giving out the shot, telling them to wear a mask, but yet still they open everything up and you still got cases. That don't make no damn sense to me.
yeah, no, it's well, there must be. I don't know. The scary thing with this one is because it's asymptomatic. Some people don't even know they have it. One of my students, I'm teaching again. I'm really teaching a lot online at the college. I do a lot of teaching these days to supplement my income, obviously, because I'm not performing anymore. So, one of my students just found out he had COVID. He didn't even know he had it. He went, and that's the thing. Like he was going about his daily life, and he had it. He didn't even know he had it. So in my mind, I'm going, oh my God, that's scary. Like how many people can he possibly have got infected? He doesn't even know he had it.
Well, I took that last shot, that Moderna, Thursday.
Oh, good.
Man, I got to sneezing I sneezed for about an hour. And I got to cough. My arm was sore. I felt a big old knot up in my arm. And I got really, really hoarse. I said, what is going on with this? Then I almost
Yeah,
didn't
sorry to
take
hear
it.
that. It affects everybody
Yeah.
different, I find.
Yeah.
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 Well, hang in there, bud. Keep going.
Well, I was doing fine
Yeah,
before I even took the shot. Shoot.
And now that you got that knob, you still have some of that medicine that it's knotted up there. So
Well, you know
you're
what
still
really
gonna
got,
have some more releasing.
you know what really got to me. You know, they give out this little sheet and everything you get to read. And I think it was line 4. They said, "Well, has not been approved by the FDA." I said, "But they gave me a shot for it and it ain't been approved."
Really? That's okay. I don't have that here. I haven't got any shots. I'm not going to be due for a long time, but that's really strange. Yeah, it's not approved.
Yeah, that's what
That'd
they were
make you.
saying.
I'd be scared about that. I wouldn't want to take a shot. It's not approved. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, see, when I first got the shot, that's when I read it, and when I got the second shot, it was still stuck off in there. So I said, "Man."
Huh. Yeah, well, the states has been getting. I guess have you all been vaccinated? Like here, it's still very slow. Right now, I think we're only doing 70 to 75. Like my mom hasn't got. She gets an next week. Only my dad's got his first shot, and we got to wait 4 months till the next one.
No, it's like 28 days with the Moderna, and I think it's less than with the Pfizer. Then you got that Johnson & Johnson. You know, that's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, that's the one-shot wonder one. That one, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I think we don't have that here, but hey, you know what? You keep going. You just stay inside, do your thing, listen to music, enjoy. Thank you for supporting the artists, and we keep. Luckily for me, I've been through like a crazy time in my life the last, I guess year or even less than a year, like 7-8 months. It's been a crazy ride for me, but I've managed to my Sanity release. Well, we did Diversity Volume 1. I did back last year. And then I did Diversity Volume 2, and I'm going to do 3 and 4 by the end of this year. So we got 2 more volumes coming out, and then I also released the rock album last year as well. So I've been cranking out a lot of music, just haven't been promoting it. Well, the new stuff is going well. I just didn't promote a lot of the other music because you know, everything happened to my wife last year. It was kind of a crazy time, but we can chat a little bit about that. But that's because that was the inspiration for Be Positive, and yeah, with Dave Cause, obviously that was a great chemistry and synergy, and we did a good video for that. Me and my wife created a video for that together. God bless. So it was, yeah, it's been quite a journey. Let me tell you. It's
I don't know if the pandemic is beneficial or it's a curse. Which one you think it is, Rob?
Oh,
Is that a choice? I mean,
Yeah, it's a choice. You know, that's a choice. Is it a
Benefit.
curse or is it benefiting? You know, because why I say benefiting, that you know, y'all can get out there and, you know, and do your music and stuff like that, put more music out because you ain't got nothing else to do.
yeah, it's been well, the playing aspect I think we all miss as musicians and the
Right.
fans. You know, getting together, we really miss the live interaction because music, you know, for me, you know, I did some live streams last year. We did one on like Valentine's Day, a little one, and I've been on several different shows and done. It's okay. It doesn't really get me going crazy when I'm online on the front of the computer. You know what I mean? Performing, because you're just like kind of in your own room by yourself. And like I said, I can't have my bandmates in right now and stuff like that. So it's, you know, you make the best of it. It's all good. It's, you know, I'll try to do some more stuff once we move again. But I wouldn't say it's a curse or anything like that. But it hasn't been good either, though. I can't say I don't know. It's not a choice, really. You just make the best of it. Like you just keep going. Like honestly, you just pick yourself up and I'm just dealing with it. Honestly, honestly, no, it sucks in a lot of ways. I'll be honest. I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. You know, being home all the time, you can't. I haven't seen my parents in so long because I don't want to get them sick. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of elements, and I haven't seen my sons because they're at college, and they're kind of like stuck in the dorm room, and they can't have any visitors, and they don't really visit too. You know what I mean? So in terms of that, it's kind of been like yeah. But luckily, like I said, I have my wife here. She has her son here, so you know we have our little bubble together here. So I miss that. I think like everybody, right, misses seeing their family and friends, and you know, especially too if you have older parents, right? It's tough not being able to see.
It really is.
Well,
That's tough.
I'll just put it like this: whatever I'm doing, that's not going to slow me down. So I'm still moving and shaking the best I can. You know, like I said, shoot, I'm not going to be stuck up in this house. You know.
Keep going.
I'm gonna keep right on going, cause like I
Keep
said,
right on going.
hell, I was
Get up.
doing fine before I even took the shot. So I guess
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You just got to keep going in life and staying positive. And I think that's been even before this Be Positive single. If you look at a lot of my albums, and I'm not even bragging. It is what it is. It's just I've always tried to maintain a really positive outlook. Like the first album was without words, kind of establishing the instrumental career. And I said the beauty of a song is not always felt in the words, but I had a quote. You know what I mean? Sometimes the true meaning and beauty of a song doesn't come from the words; it comes from something deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Than just a lyric can say. And then it was the right time. I had that one. Like we all got to keep going, move forward in life, right? Take charge. L, obviously, we talked about already. And then it was Limitless, staying positive and limitless in life. Just take opportunities, take risks. I think more than anything, I think people are scared of taking risks sometimes, right? You feel it's that pain and pleasure, right? Pleasure is easier. Like being complacent, chilling, you're like, I'll put that off till tomorrow. Put that off. I don't want to apply for that. I don't want to do that. That's easy. But risk is like, okay, I might have to leave my job to get this other job, my dream job, or I might be tight for cash, or I might have to move away from to stay limitless. Sometimes you got to just take that the crack is only open a little bit in the door, but there's a light. It's a bright light shining. And some people sometimes like, I don't know. It's like when you take door 1, 2, or 3,
Right.
So it's a challenge sometimes, right? So that was Limitless. It's just, keep your options open and go for things. Stay in your own lane was one of the songs I wrote on that one, and just do your own thing. Don't just, this book I'm reading right now, this is such a good, and I'll tell them, this is one book I read. I kind of reread and I read. It's called Just One Thing. And it comes from the book, The Buddha Brain. And that has nothing to do with religion, Buddha Brain. Buddha, the actual thing means to just put simple practices into place in your life every day to make a difference, like you build, you know what I mean? So this book doesn't come from any kind of religious, it's just developing a brain of, putting simple actions into place every day, And this book is it's such an easy read, and I highly recommend it. Like I just leaf through it and go, oh yeah, okay, that's a really good thing. Oh, that's a really good, oh yeah. So, I think a lot of us have been reading more during this pandemic, and I need to read more. My wife's a voracious reader. She'll read a book in a couple days. She's just like,
I was just thinking, besides this pandemic, say something else come out, then I don't know what these folks gonna do. They probably just start committing suicide because they ain't gonna know what to do. It's too much. Besides this pandemic, there's something else come out, something totally different. They ain't gonna know what to do.
Well, I hope not. Let's not hope for that. But yeah, you know what? That's why you just gotta just keep going forward and try to be the best you can in life and keep moving forward. And that literally good segue is the next album was Moments. Just enjoy the moment. What's in front of you, Sometimes you got to put the smartphone down and just stop. I had one song where I was singing, it was called Stop, stop what you're doing, put your smartphone down, take in a breath, take a deep breath in and stop, And sometimes we need to do that, right?
Well, yeah, that's wishful thinking right there. Put that phone down.
Put your phone down, enjoy the moment, like talk to your kids or have your, not texting all the time and it comes in. Don't worry, there's benefits of the technology, 100%. There's lots of benefits to technology, but it's also takes away from some of the simple things in life, you know what I mean? And I think the pandemic, if anything, has helped that. People have gone out in nature, you're hearing birds chirping again, like we saw a lot of wildlife came back, I think, in the area where we lived. Because things settled down. There wasn't the traffic and chaos. It's like
right.
life is really, to me, like another book, a good book I read. You sum it down into chaos and order. That's your life every day. You're looking to find order in the chaos, right? So, how do you find, like you said, how do you find order right now and peace amongst the chaos of this pandemic, right? Because you hear all this news coming in and it's crazy stuff every day, and the news tends to be so negative all the time. So I try not to listen to too much of the news because it can really just turn you sour sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, it's very true. They're always just, but I get they want the ratings, they want the juicy stories, they need the advertising. So, yeah, they're just talking about really nice, positive stuff. Doesn't kind of pay the bills, I guess, for them. And they want the doom and gloom, and they even spill out everything. Just the wording they choose sometimes. It's like, wow. You know? But anyway, I think you just got to keep going, like I said, and then that left into synergy. I went from moments, enjoying the moments in life, and then I thought, what is life is just a big synergy of so many things coming together. Um, everything is a synergy if you think about it. Like I thought it from a music standpoint. I've done so much different types of music on all my albums. It's always like Latin, world, jazz, funk, R&B, flamenco, rock. It's a whole synergy of styles coming together. And then I thought a band is just a synergy of all these instrumentations coming together: sax, guitars, keys, voice. And it's not one of them on their own. It's everything together. It brings a complete song, right? That's the synergy. And then if you think of your life as a synergy of your family coming together, everything. That word has such an impact to me when I think about it, right? And human body is a synergy of just cells and atoms and everything working together. So, it's one word that you can apply to so many different things. So I just love the resonance of that song. And then when it was come time to do the 7th album and 8th and 9th and 10th that I'm doing them. I'm like cranking those out right now. I can't believe I've done that many projects. it's like,
that's what you had to do. You didn't have nothing else to do but crank out projects. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, we have a lot of time at home. Get creative.
That's right.
My mind definitely goes creative. And one thing, it's funny. I had a lesson this morning today, and I started trying to. I have one student who's one of my most brilliant students. He's autistic, but he's brilliant. He has perfect pitch. He works harder than anybody. He has incredible memory, an ear for things, and he plays my songs sometimes better than I do. Like he knows every one of my songs,
Wow.
Like so. Because I started playing, I think I played it because I was showing him a chord progression. I was showing him some chord voicings to I think it was Synergy, the title track of the 6th album. I said, hey, I use these slash chords. I was showing him, okay, this is I think E over D, and this is D over C, and so right away, and he starts playing, and I'm going like, crap, I forget how to play. Because I haven't played, we haven't been playing with the band. Like,
Right.
we have not had a band rehearsal in over a year. We're not performing together. So, you get a little rusty, right? I'm trying to remember, like all artists. Plus, like what I was just mentioning, yeah, you're always writing new music. Once as an artist, I don't even listen to a lot of my old albums anymore. Unless they pop on or my wife puts them or somehow I hear them somewhere on the radio. You're always pushing forward to new music. I'm always thinking, okay, what's the next song? Even before my album is out, once it's actually recorded and done and mixed, before the marketing, I'm already planning what's coming up for the next one. I'll be honest, it's just the way I'm sure you talk to many other artists, you don't really dwell ever, or you don't go back. Like the only time I have to go back to my catalog is when we have live shows. Then we choose the set. Okay, what are we going to play for the first album, or the second, and the third, the fourth, the fifth, right. And then what do people like? What are the hits? And then we'll rehearse those, and then I'll get them all into my fingers. But I'll be honest, like. I can play my songs, don't get me wrong, but you get rusty. Like, especially now after not performing for a year, for sure I would have to review a lot of the tunes again because I've been writing new music, like, right, we were talking about, always composing new songs. So I've been focused on, like, Walk It Like You Talk It, and Be Positive, the vocal versions. We did Infinity every quarter, then we did, I redid another song with another trumpet player, Midnight Blue, and then there's the other one I'm forgetting. I sent you guys another song. What's the other one I sent you to? Kind of like a Hill Street Blues theme. I thought it was sounding like. I forget. I sent.
Was it Diamond Nights, maybe?
That's what's that?
Diamond Nights.
Yeah, Diamond Nights. Sorry,
Yeah.
see, like I said, after a while you forget what's all the songs. That's the thing. In that moment, I recorded Diamond Nights. It came out. It's awesome. But then, boom, that's it. You're on to other. You're just on to other stuff. You know what I mean? You got to keep going and moving forward. Like. I'm already planning, like I said, for stuff for the summer and the fall, and then for next year. The other albums, I love them. It was part of my life, but you know what I'm saying? You don't dwell in the past. It's like, even though it was good past, like, keep pushing forward, man. You got to keep going.
Oh yeah.
And plus, the fans want hearing music all the time. They want new music. They're hungry, right? So that's where it led up to Diversity Volume 1 and 2, and that really stemmed from. That word meant a lot, accepting, and just music is so diverse, and it's the audience, we really try to come together, and music unites us, I think, a lot of times, right? Doesn't matter you know, I don't know. I know it's cliche. Some people use universal language. I don't know. There's some exceptions to that rule, I can say, but overall, music is so important. You know what I mean? And the diversity of my music. I can only talk for myself because I write and perform my own music with help from all my musician friends and co-composers. But that's what diversity was, like the best of RT and adding some new songs. So I didn't want to just kind of shuffle the deck and not offer anything new. You know, I said let's put some new music out with the best of, and have another album up by the time this is all said and done. So that's diversity. So yeah, I got 2 more projects. The Latin one's coming up next, Nylon Energy, and then I have one for guitar, more for guitar aficionados. The last one's more like fingerstyle guitar and a little more heavy duty guitar playing. First one was the Chill, right, which is Diamond Nights, as you're saying, Gary, and Infinity. I wrote that. It was a special song I wrote, and then this one, the Be Positive for Kim, obviously everything she went through. So with help of Dave was gracious enough, and then Walk It Like You Talk It was Sandra Boza on vocals, Roberto Valle on bass, and then Carson Freeman on sax, and Tony Moore on drums, and I don't know, just I'm missing Davor Jordanowski, and then that was I had to. That's a funny story, right? I'm just yapping a lot, but I'll just keep talking. Ask me, you know how many studios? Because I recorded like this Diversity Volume 2, Contemporary Funky Jazz. The last tracks, everything got shut down completely for this whole past year.
Right.
So we couldn't go into a lot of the studios. And Christmas here, I think for you guys too, was really bad. Like the end of November, the cases were like out of control, and we had been in the hospital for 2 months. With Kim, we only got home in mid-October, November, and then we needed time to settle down and settle in, and then my creative juices kind of got going again. But then everything started shutting down. So, take a stab. How many studios do you think I recorded those last 4 tracks in?
1.
Nope.
None.
More than that. Keep going higher.
5.
4.
Higher than that.
10.
10.
Close. 8 studios.
Wow.
8. It took 8 different places across North America to put those last 2 songs, from Vancouver and California, obviously here in Toronto, and it was just because everything was shutting down. One studio couldn't open anymore, so I had to move to another studio. Then that studio said, "No, we're done." So luckily, I did all the guitars from home. But then Tony did the drums in LA. Roberto did the drums in LA. Horns were done in Vancouver and here in Toronto. Vocals were done here in Toronto. We did the mixing with Rob DeBoer from 480 East, good friend of mine, Rob.
Yeah.
You guys are 480 East fans, killer band. They're another Toronto.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, Rob and Tony. So I went there, but then they had to close their studio because they ended up, I think, Rob caught COVID as well with his family. So he had to close. Yeah, it was just a crazy ride. So you're having to, you take one song, you have it on all these tracks, you're flying back tracks, and you're trying to mix songs by text messages and emails, and you're sending files. It's very slow. You know what I mean? It's not ideal because it's the basic thing. It slows the process down by 100 times.
Yeah.
You know, when you're live in the studio, or if I was sitting there with Gary and we were editing a song right now, I'm saying, Gary, let's try that. Let's put a little compression on that. Let's limit this. No, let's put more reverb. No, let's let that kick. You know, we're
Gary knows.
Yeah.
Right, Gary?
Yeah.
So this stuff is happening in the moment, you know, right? But if I'm talking Gary, I got to send him a text. Hey, Gary, I don't know about the kick on that one. He's going, well, what's not about the kick? Then, well, I think, like back and forth, it doesn't point across.
Right.
It takes much longer just for one little bite of sound.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're like microscoping a song by text and email, and it's like, because the other person out there doesn't quite know what you're saying, or you, and plus when he tries something, then I don't hear it, so he has to send me the file, and I have to listen to it and go, I don't know, can you send me this? And you just can't. Music is meant to be the moment.
Yeah.
You know, like either you get the musicians in the room and you're all interacting, and you're performing, and you're feeding off each other, or with technology you can fly the tracks back digitally. But still, I'm with the producer, or if I'm producing a lot of the stuff, I'm still with the engineer. We're working together. It's real time. But when you're all isolated and you're trying to like figure out the horn parts, and it's like
it's a process, isn't it?
Oh my God. So
I think what happened is that a lot of artists were doing that before the pandemic, so it's become a way of life for them. You know what I mean? It's already acceptable because that's what we were doing even before. the pandemic because that was the best that you could do. You know what I mean? And you know what I learned with working with Gary, as I started learning how to do things on my own before I sent him the track, so he wouldn't do it. Okay, Gary said, "Well, set it up the way you like it," and I did, and I sent it. I still had to send it back a couple of times, right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But Gary could tell that it saved a whole lot of work. That I did a whole lot of things with the track before I sent it that he didn't have to worry about, and that's how you save some time. That's why years ago I decided to start learning. I'm still learning. I still have to learn a lot about EQing and compressing. I don't know if I'm too good at that yet, but I'm not afraid to learn it.
Good for you. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, so the next challenge would be how to mix, but I still have to learn this part. And I'm not trying to be an audio engineer. I'm just trying to handle my business.
Absolutely.
What I do.
Well, the thing is, if you learn it, George, what are you then? You're an audio engineer.
Well,
Because you don't
that's not my goal.
learn. I know it, but you have learned what to do.
When I'm collaborating with somebody, I will send them two. I'll send them with mono, and then I will send what I think that the reverb should be and how I used it. But it's up to them once they send it to the mixing engineer to do what they want to do. But it helped a lot when Gary and I were collaborating. The background vocals were already done, already tuned. Everything's tuned, and hopefully it will blend what he did. And of course, so I think that for many independent artists, that was the best that we could do. It's more time consuming, but then that way, because the last track I released, all my musicians were in Detroit, Michigan. You know what I mean? I found a producer who could just set it up for me, and then I did what I did, and so there's some alternatives that I think everybody has a different path. As long it's like walking, babies walking. We may start walking at different points, but we still all walk the same at the end. And as long as those tracks in the end come out professionally, and it's all good. They don't know. It's just like being on the stage. All the musicians, some play by ear, some have had formal training, some have degrees, but the audience care less.
No,
all
that's
they
right.
want is to know that. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you're right. You move people, right? They just want to enjoy the moment and, shed their 2 hours of their life's problems or work or whatever, and just enjoy the music and dance and breathe and
Enjoying the moment.
Exactly.
Enjoy the moment and leave on a high, and then they can go back to work and say, "Oh, what a great concert last night," or "What that was really good. That kind of inspired me for this week till the next show."
Yeah.
And that's what music does, and even obviously streaming these days. We're watching music a lot on streaming and stuff like that. So that can have a similar effect, but live music is still live music, right? So that energy can't be replicated on television screen. I'm sorry.
Before we listen to any more music, I want you to tell the listeners about the open box behind you. What are you in the process of doing?
Yeah. Oh, we're moving like crazy. What's in there? That's my pedals. That's some guitar stuff in there. I got my Helix, my little digital processor in there. Got a little pedal board there. I got my. Yeah, it's just moving, grooving.
So this is your office space. You're moving into a new location, in other words. So if anybody's wondering what's going on, he is moving, you guys, and he took the time to be on our show. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm like literally right after this now. I'm taking all these boxes. We're going to the new place, and we're gonna do like maybe 10 trips back and forth, and get the moving truck coming tomorrow morning. I'll be working till late tonight, and tomorrow we're out of here. And Kim cleaned all the kitchen today. I noticed her cleaning all the cupboards and the stove and the fridge and just, it's
all them times that you move, man. Look here.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done nothing like that. Just move by 10 times.
No, moving. Yeah, it sucks.
But look at you have a great attitude about it. But I must tell you, after listening to your tracks, and hearing the story behind Be Positive a little bit, that was actually my favorite track. I love
thank you.
How in the chorus you have the sax and the background vocals sort of in a unison effect.
Yes.
I love that effect. That was nice. I mean, I love Work It, how you have the horn section, because people don't understand how hard it is to get a horn and to articulate and to be that clean and to be in tune. That's not easy to do. You hear it, it sounds easy, but it really isn't. Even if you have each person send you a separate track, you still have to have those tuned and hopefully they articulate it the same way. And it's just,
Absolutely.
And that's why you got Dave Koz.
Yeah. The horn
it doesn't matter. It's not easy, and did a great job on that. But I really like to be positive, and knowing it has something to do with your wife, I think makes me understand why it was that great. So, but I just had to tell you, I love the chorus. I picked up on that. I said, I love that.
Thank you. Yeah. When
Great.
the world gets you down on the ground, the only way to rise. Yeah, I just sang that because that was a message.
And
to
the
my
sax
wife.
was playing under that too, so that was nice.
Yeah, so I have that. That was 2 versions. Yeah, because I sent radio 2 versions. One just instrumental with no vocals, and I sang the vocals in the other one. So there's 2 versions, and then same thing with Walk It Like You Talk It. I had Sandra sing, and me. We sang on both, and she took the lead, and then we had an instrumental version. And you're absolutely right. Yeah, the horn parts that's a lot of work to like put everything together.
Great. It is great. It's like EWF great, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was the funny thing. The guy who did the horn arrangements, what's his name? Because that's my Gabriel Mark Hasselbach. He did a lot of the horns from out, like Carson Freeman did all the tenor and the alto sax, and then the trumpet and trombone were all done by Gabriel. And then they layered all their parts and everything like that, and we double, and Rob mixed everything together, and we worked everything in the studio magic. But yeah, that's a lot. Like you said, you really gotta tune them and make sure everything's and you gotta like really line everything up. There's a lot of work it does with having a horn section like that, and that's all real horns. Like it wasn't synths or anything like that. We just have to push everything together. So you get a lot of tracks and tracks and on tracks, and all the harmonies. But it came out, and it's the only thing the guy says, like, it's going to be a SOB to play live, they said. Because I was like, me, it's kind of easy. It's kind of a guitar, like, it's just like a sextuple, like a triplet, line. For a guitar player, that lick, it really falls easily, at least for me, under my fingers, because I wrote it, I guess. And I'll be honest, I didn't even think to myself at some point, I go, are the horn players gonna have a hard time playing this? And then they had to play it. They were like, "What the hell? Like this is hard." That's what you were saying. He goes, "Like, what are we talking here? Like Earth, Wind, and Fire, like Tower of Power? Like these horn lines are crazy."
Exactly, Tower of Power too. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
But you see, what could be easy on one horn may not be easy on the other one. Yeah.
That's
but
right.
I think the hard part is just everybody articulating at the, exactly. It's not like when you use a MIDI, like you use a MIDI keyboard, you can quantize everything just like that.
Oh, yeah.
And everything's lined up. But with live horns, but I'm understanding, I'm trying to research that what's the name of this software? It's like it fixes pitches, but it does a lot of other things. Melodyne.
Oh, yeah. Melodyne.
I'm trying to figure out, can Melodyne turn your flute or your sax into a MIDI where you can quantize? It said it has some kind of special ability. That's just one of the things I can investigate. But it would make a lot easier for live horns, and you could just line up those things like that. But live instruments, it takes a little work, unless you know how to bend a little bit, But if you have a lot of 8th notes or 16th notes, it could be hard to bend those together. So I that was very good. I enjoyed Walk It. Very nice.
Yeah, I like that. And Roberto Valli did the bass, who I love.
He's a great bass player. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's such a good bass player. Like, and he's such a sweetheart of a guy. And like, whenever I'm in LA, like, I just like using him. And he's just, he's such a good cat. I was trying to remember the name of that other guy, but anyway, so.
Well, Rob, tell us about how did you hook up with Dave Koz to be able to be playing on your Be Positive tune, and talk about that one, because that way we can watch the video.
Yeah, the video is really special to me, and me and my wife did that. So, well, I met Dave quite a while ago. Here's the funny story. Really going back, I met Dave quite a long time ago. he was a sweetheart years ago when I was in the first time we played Spaghettini's, I think, or somewhere. We were crossing the border from Canada, and my sax player was having trouble getting his sax across because it was a visa issue or something like that, or he didn't have the visa. So we couldn't bring the horn, his instrumentation over the border. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have all the paperwork, right? Now, I have an artist, like I have an O1 visa, so I can perform in the U.S. Although it's expiring 3 years, I got to renew it this summer. But so I don't have a problem. I have a work permit. I can work freely in the U.S. for up to 3 years with it's an O1 visa I have. And but at that time, that was going back to like 2011 or 2010, and we were bringing his horn, but they wouldn't allow us. We couldn't bring it. So we're like, okay, now what do we do? But then what happened was I got in touch with Janice De La Cruz, who is a wonderful assist. She helps out Dave with a lot of his social media and marketing, and it really helps him out. They work together. They got a great synergy. And then we talked to Dave because we met him at the Smooth Jazz Awards here in Canada. They used to have the Canadian Smooth Jazz Awards. And one year in 2010, shooting my own horn when me and my sax player won it. Yay. Thank you to the Wave and the Smooth Jazz Awards. We're the winners. But we met Dave through that show. And then we reached out to him. What happened was we ended up reaching out to him, and he lent us a horn. The long and short of us, he lent my sax player one of his saxophones as well. Wow. We connected here. So I met him here in Canada at the Smooth Jazz Awards, and then we kind of stayed friends, and he lent us a sax. He was such a sweetheart.
Oh,
and,
that's nice.
Yeah, he's such a kind, like Dave's the real deal. He's a really kind guy and very giving and gracious. He's just a great human being. He's always been so respectful. And then we just maintained our relationship. And then I brought him here to Toronto for my 6th album release when I had my CD release concert here in Markham. It's a city, a suburb here of Toronto. And Dave was the special guest. So we did a concert together here. And it was awesome. It was like sold out, complete soft seater, sellout. We loved the show. It went across so well. And I had seen Dave at his club. Remember, he had the club Spaghettini's in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I played there before when Vincent Ingala was there. I came there and met Dave there. Anyway, over the years, we just bumped into each other and seen each other through different things. So I reached out to him after what happened with Kim because he was very much concerned. He heard what happened through the Wave, the radio station here. The Wave is in Toronto. He talks to Doug and Mary Kirk, who are close friends with Dave. They go on all his cruises. And he was very worried because it was, it was like literally, like a crazy, I don't know how to say it. It's just like out of a horror movie. I don't know what to say. It's like, it's just life, when he heard what happened to Kim and just, in a nutshell for those people who didn't. So, last July was July 28th. And my sweetheart she went out for a walk in the summer evening. She just wanted to go out. I was teaching here. I was literally in this room teaching online. I just finished some classes. And she knocked at that door. She said, I want to go out for a quick walk. I left your dinner here for you when you're done. It was about 8 o'clock, still light outside. It was the middle of summer, still light outside. And she just walked in our local area. But by around 9:50, 9:30, she never came home. And I was starting getting worried. I was like super worried. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, because she should have been back already.
You're right.
Yeah, she should have been back by like 9, quarter to 9. And I noticed she had forgotten. She didn't took her phone with her. She said, she goes, I'm not taking my phone. I just want peace. I just want to get out and again, enjoy the moment, enjoy nature. Because we have a lot of trees out here. And she said, and I said, no problems. It's summertime. We live in a suburban neighborhood. It's a great state. You know what I mean? So anyway, 10 o'clock came by. Her son had come by. Long and short of it is that she never returned, like the whole night. So I had to call 911. We did the whole police search here with the dogs, the helicopters, the scouting.
Wow.
And then I searched for her all night long in the forest by me and her son. It was great. Like it was right out of a horror movie. Like I was searching like in the woods, yelling her name like a search party you see on the television when they're searching for a missing person in the grass. They're traveling through and like lines of people, except I didn't have lines of people. It was just me. And at that time, I called her sister and her husband and her son, and that I was all night long just looking for her. Didn't find, but blessedly, they found her the next day, in a creek. left for dead. She was somebody tried to murder her. It was the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life. She was like crazily assaulted, everything. And anyway, but the the long and short of it, that day was just a crazy journey. And then she was in a coma, and then she basically,
gosh.
it was a crazy situation. She had so many injuries I can't even describe them. Just really horrific thing, an evil entity. It was just like good and evil, I guess, clashed. And but that's why I call her Kim Possible, because she survived. But she was 2 months in hospital. You know what I mean? ICU and rehabilitation, brain rehabilitation. She had all sorts of surgeries to repair her jaw, her face, and skull fractures, lung punctures, broken ribs, you name it. It was just horrific. But she's here, and we're moving together, and I'm forever blessed, and I'll never take it for granted. One thing you just don't take, you just can't take life for granted.
You're right.
You really can't. Hug your kids, hug your wife, and your loved ones, because this is the only kind of stuff we'd see on television, all those crazy shows you hear about people getting these evil things happening out there with these rapists and murderers and stuff. And you think, well, that happens to other people. Well, it can happen to you. That's if you have that mentality, then you are not, I mean? I don't pray for anything, but so now it's like, just be really, really careful of your surroundings. You don't know. You have to be really careful. So, but anyway, ours has
I put it like this: you should know your surroundings.
Yes.
Period. Even your neighbors next door, you should know these people.
Yes. Yeah.
But you still don't know them.
No, well,
That's not
You can
necessarily
introduce
so,
yourself, but you don't know. That's why when we were growing up and when my kids were growing up, I forbid them from going in anybody's house. Do not go. I don't care if you know them. I told them there's one house she's my BFF. You can go into their house, but they were forbidden. And if I find out they were in somebody else's house, they were in trouble. And even if I met them and I know, even when I was growing up, my mom told me don't eat their food. Don't go in anybody's house. Don't eat at anybody's house. And you understand later. But you can, you think you know somebody, you really do. You can marry somebody and still not know them. I'm just saying.
I guarantee you, I'm going to know who's around me, period.
Yeah, but your neighbors don't really know you back. We do.
I know who I am.
They don't really know you.
I'm pretty sure I know my neighbors who they are.
Mm-hmm. Until you see 6 police cars and a SWAT team outside.
yeah, exactly.
Hope that doesn't happen, but yeah.
Okay,
I know, right, Gary? Look, Gary knows. He thought he knew.
Right.
Gary couldn't get to his house one night, or one morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
all right, well, let's watch the video.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Okay. We'll take
Yeah, it tells the story in a real uplifting way overall.
Yeah.
I can go get me a sandwich then.
There you go.
But till you wait till off the air. Okay, thank you. It's just a minute.
All right, I'm gonna watch it too.
All right, we'll be right back. Keep it locked right here on the Indie Life Spot.
never hit a woman, child, or a daughter, or anything like that, or rape people. It's just ridiculous.
And when you say it was good and evil clashing, it's almost you wonder why evil wanted her gone. What is she about to do that is so special?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
like to do. Yep.
There's something so amazingly special.
tactics. I don't know.
Okay, Henry and Keith, here we go. He's eating.
Yes. He's at it again, you guys. Give him a hard time in the chat.
Please.
Anyway, we did play the video, and so
Yeah, very nice. Oh my God. I'm glad you gave the preview. I mean,
The pre-story.
yeah, the pre-story, not a preview. And
Yeah.
and I'm just because it really helped us understand it. It was so nice. And Kim, yeah,
Kim
you're an
Possible now. That's her name. I call her Kim
Is that-
Possible.
Kim Possible.
I call her Kim Possible because what she came through, even the doctors shook their heads. They didn't think she'd, make it at all. Like she had, even 4 cardiac arrests and you name it. Like she passed like 4 times. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even tell you the story because it gets too crazy. Like she's writing a book, so the book comes out in the fall, I think, and then you can, you can read about it because it's absolutely just, it's
She's
just
writing the book or the doctor?
She's writing a book.
She's writing a book. Okay.
She's writing a book about what happened in her life. It's like everything, and just a I don't know, like a story about her life. And this is included, and it's not just focusing on this darkness, but her whole life. But that be positive, yeah. Like I was telling you guys off screen, is it's the blood type really. The song is Be Positive because she's the most be positive person I've ever met. In my life, she's just like one of those people who lights up a room when they come into a room. That's just the way her personality is naturally. I take more time to get to know people. I can be a little bit more, you know what I mean? I need time to warm up
Right.
and getting my bell mode going on. But she's just like lights up, some sunshine. Just that's her personality, Kim, and everybody knows it. So many people love her from all her friends. And we had literally thousands and thousands, like the whole community, everything, like the first responders, the whole community responded and brought us. We had a meal train going through here for months, people bringing food every day to her. We had we have house cleaning for a year. We had so much. The police came here. We had so much support from the community because they were shocked. Like they've never had anything like this happen before here. So they were, and because so many women go for walks here in the community and with their daughters, and to have something like this happen so close to home, it just shook the whole community to the core. And so when I was in the hospital that first night, it was chaos because that day when they found her in a creek bed, you can imagine, just crazy, left for dead. And like I said, by all stretches, the person, well, not even a person, but you know, they thought they murdered her and they left her, but she, by the grace of who actually survived, they found her, you know, in and out of consciousness, and through the cardiac arrest, she was kind of passed and then came back to life. Passed, like it's crazy. It's like, I don't know, divine intervention. I don't know what you want to call it. Yes, just like you say, her light, it wasn't her time yet. She had lots of light.
There's something special she has to do. Because I love how you described a good clash with evil. What do you call, I call it God, the goodness of God, but you might call it something else. But it clashed. And there's something about her that she was so targeted because she didn't provoke anybody. She wasn't at odds. She didn't know him. There was no reason for this. Not that there was ever a good reason to do this to somebody, but absolutely none. But, kudos to you of being a wonderful helpmate and being there for her and supporting her, because the tragedy, that's PTSD for you as well. To have someone you cherish and love and you don't know where they are. I've heard parents say when the child is missing, not knowing
it's horrible.
Greater than learning that they're dead. That not knowing is horrific. So,
but they never found the person though, did they?
Yeah,
they did. About 2 weeks
the
later.
21-year-old.
Yeah, he had fled to Ottawa, another city. He fled the city, and they found him like 5 hours away in another city. They arrested him 2 weeks later.
Okay.
And he's in a penitentiary waiting for the trial, which could take a year or two, though. It's so long, the process. But the blood type was the thing in the hospital, because that first, when they found her and she was struggling just by like a thread to life, and then in a coma, and then out completely. They had to do surgeries, but they couldn't. She was too weak, so they had to wait in a coma for a week just to see if she would survive, and the brain hemorrhaging and edema and you name it. It was just crazy. And then the first day they asked me for transfusions, they said, we need blood type. And I blanked because I knew her allergies and her medication. But then when they hit me with that question, in the shock and of everything going on around me, I didn't know it. Plus it was a pandemic. I was the only one who could go in the hospital, and I had everybody in their family, just millions of people bombarding me with questions like, what's wrong? And I'm like in the hospital, I don't know what's going on. And then in the moment they said, what's your blood type? And I kind of broke down. I started crying. And I said, I don't know her blood type. And I felt so horrible, I think. Oh, great. But luckily that night they came back later, like in the video, and they said they found her blood type, not to worry, and it's B positive. And then I was just like, I broke down. I was like, of course it is. What other blood type could my wife have other than B positive? She's the epitome of B positive spirit in life. And I should have just rang that one off. That would have been right. But anyway, so that's the name of the story. Right then and there, I said, I got to write it once all this hell, chaos, the order and chaos. Once this chaos, we get some order in our life. I will write a song. And then, like I said, Dave, so the guys and everybody contributed their time so graciously. And on radio as we speak right now, and it's doing great. And not even that, I just wanted it for her. I wanted her, and she loves it. And, and that's the story of Be Positive.
Wow. Who did the animation for it? That was really neat too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did that. Me and Kim. So I had the idea. I came to her. I go, I said, I want to do a video for this. But I didn't want to do, no offense, I didn't want to do the typical video that's on these days, right? Because everybody's doing kind of like, like right now, we have all the different screens and everybody's playing their parts. And,
right.
I go, this story needs to be told. It's not, I can't just have four guys playing on screen air guitaring because we're not even playing together. It doesn't have the authenticness. I said,
Right.
let's tell a story of really what people, because a lot of people don't know what happened. I said, I want to animate something. So I have my godparents' best friend, so their son, he's an animator. So I asked him, I go, Jim, what's going to take? I want to do an animated short video. He goes, well, first thing he said, okay, timeline-wise, this is going to take a huge amount of time because you got to create a storyboard. It's like a Pixar animated movie. He goes, if you want to do an animated cartoon, that takes months of planning and drawing and sketching, and it's extremely expensive, thousands upon thousands and thousands. You can spend 100,000 on an animated video.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
So then, and here's the funny story. So we were like, oh, I said, okay, well. And then we spoke to some local college students in the graphics department. We said, is this possible? And they said, same thing. They go, the teacher said, listen, for the students to put an animated video together, we need to get together, have meetings, we need to do the storyboard and the animation. He goes, it takes weeks and months to put this out. And the song was coming out like in 2 weeks. I said, okay, well. So then, this is no word of a lie. So that night, around 11 o'clock, I'm on my phone. She's in bed. I'm just like watching TV on my phone. And what pops onto my YouTube feed, like, you know, you get those are advertisements.
Yeah.
Right.
I get this advertisement for, it's called Doodly. It's an animated cartoon making software. And I'm like, what the heck is this? So I showed it to her the next morning. My wife bought it immediately because she does this. Like, because Kim does a lot of my multimedia, like my videos, my website. Like, she helps a lot with the multimedia. Like when we're doing live streaming, she used to be modeling and commercials, and she's doing video interviews and resumes. So video is her world, really, right?
Yeah.
And that was her master's thesis. She completed her master's. Like 4 months after she was out of the hospital, she presented her master's, if you could believe it. Unbelievable.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, they told her, you don't even have to do it. We know you just suffered life and death. But that's Kim. Like, she did her master's in November. She presented her master's thesis online in front of, like, I don't know how many people. It was amazing. Like, and nobody expects her to do that. They said, like, we don't even understand how you could possibly do that after what you suffered. But that's, Kim, she just goes on. She's got like a supreme strength beyond what I myself.
She does.
But then this program came on, Doodly, and she bought it. And that weekend, we finished the video in literally like 1 weekend. We worked we worked all day.
Wow.
She edited together, and I kind of put all the graphics and the story, and she put it together. And together we're like a team. Tardik, we call each other.
Oh, cool.
And that video was done, and we kind of looked at each other. And we were going like, what just happened? I go, did we just complete an animated video together, like in like 24 hours or 48 hours? When we were getting quotes of thousands and it's gonna take weeks, and we were kind of laughing, going, "This looks great. This is working."
Yeah.
So we did it. It's software. You have to learn it quick, but Kim's really quick to learn like software because she uses Premiere, I think Adobe Premiere. She's used to using a lot of these video software. She got it really, really fast, like the button pushes and and putting it all together and editing. There's tons of editing, but again, it's in her wheelhouse. So she really took to it really fast. And I kind of just sat beside her, was the creative, like, let's try this shot, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And that's it. We put it together. I don't know what else to say.
That's pretty awesome.
Because people were asking too, like, who did the video? Like, how much did that cost to get the animation? I'm going like in her head, it cost $200 basically for the software and a bunch of time.
That's great,
and we tweaked, and we just tweaked it the week up, the leading up to the premiere on the Friday. It's the weekend. We just made little tweaks. We adjusted things here, text here, colorized this, made this. But we wanted to keep it black and white because you can use anything. You could use color images. You could put photographs. They'll draw for you. The program is really deep what you can do. But we wanted to create an animated black and white, just simple characters. I didn't want nothing complex. Like really just to tell the story.
Sure.
And so far it's been really effective. So anyway, you can do it. You can do it yourself. Where there's a will, you can just be really resourceful. It's like that limitless thing. Sometimes life will put a door in front of you and that's closed shut, and you think it's maybe not closed shut. Like
right.
Because at first I was kind of like discouraged. I said, like I really want to do a video. I was set on doing an animated video, but then 3 people, like the godson told us, and 2 people left the school. One of the head professor at the College of the Arts where they do animation. He said he was really actually like negative. He goes, "There's no way the students are doing exams by the time we could do blah 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 blah." And I was like, Okay, well, that doesn't sound too positive.
Right.
Let's not be positive. I was
Right.
Right.
So, and then I don't know what prompted me to see that doodly. It just came up by, I think, again, the universe spoke to me. They said, I don't know how else to say it because I never even heard of it before. And
Right.
then I sent the link to Kim. I said, check this video. In the morning, she saw it. And like I said, she by the time I came out in the morning, she goes, I ordered it already. It's great. It's perfect. Yeah. And we just started working at it like nonstop and love it. It's a great story. I like telling that story. So I'm going on,
Yeah.
but it's the most meaningful video that I've ever done.
Yeah.
We did it ourselves, and it tells the story of something very, crazy in our life that happened. So yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
It sounds like another software I want to purchase.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's called Doodly. You can get the scaled down version, I think, for like $70. But if you want, I would say go for the one that's 200. It gives you much more access to deeper editing and
Exactly.
a lot more control. They always get you with the kind of the low cost, cheaper one. But
Right.
then to access the real program, well, you get upgrades. So, but
I don't mind spending money. And the one thing my husband told me, when it's tools, because he said, this is how,
Yeah.
ask yourself a question. How much would it cost if you paid somebody to do it? And
Mhm.
so $200 is easy to
absolutely.
do. hmm
No,
when you think
that's-
about it.
That's the honest price. It cost us $200 for the software and then just our time. Like it literally took, one solid 2 days and then 1 week of tweaking. But that's it.
And then when you have control, because you can sit there and tweak as much as you want.
Yes.
As much as you're there and you're doing it and it's you. Because, Gary knows we'll sometimes stay up all night if we're, doing something. And I sometimes have to walk away and come back and see with different eyes. But I have software, video editing software that I bought. And I love being able to sit here and just, put things out there. But I look for things where I don't have to pay a monthly subscription. I like to own it.
Yeah. Well, that with Doodly, you can own it. It's $200. You get it for life and any upgrades. Look it up. It's really powerful and it's really great for any kind of PowerPoint presentations you want to do. You can do full-blown videos like this. You can do slides.
I love it.
Yeah, and you can take pictures of yourself, and the software will then, edit you. And it's pretty crazy. Technology is amazing. Technology is amazing.
Another one. That sounds like another one, Gary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, get your Doodly.
Well, before time gets away from us, I want to get 2 more of your tracks in for our listeners to check out. I wanted to let them listen to Infinity and also Diamond Night.
Oh yeah, from the Diversity Volume 1, Smooth and Chill. We're going to take things down a notch. So we've been pretty funky with Be Positive and Walk It Like You Talk It. These ones are they're from the chill. I grouped everything into 4 categories, like all the chill tracks, then the funky, jazzy, smooth jazz, up-tempo ones, then the nylon energy, like Latin-y ones, and then the ones for real musicians with the, a little more in-depth guitar playing and musicianship. Because you have that too, right? You could understand that. Sometimes you come to you're at a gig, and once you get a lot of CDs, fans will come after you with the song. They go, I really like that one song. What album's that? Or I really like the Latin one, or I really like the funky ones, or I really like the chill ones. You have an album, and I'm like, well, the album's a mix. Like they all have a little Latin, they all have a little. So I thought, what I'll do is I got enough songs now that I'll actually put separate whole albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now it's like 24 tracks of chill, 24 tracks of funky jazz, 24 tracks of Latin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now you just sit there and just listen to it all, this chill tracks you want.
That's awesome.
Right, exactly.
Very nice.
It's easy now when I can't wait to gig and people ask me that question. I go, oh, here, Diversity Volume 1, all the smooth and chill you want.
Very
All
nice.
right. What's our next one, Gary?
Okay, we're going to start out with Infinity and go right into Diamond Nights after that, and we'll be right back. So everybody check it out, and we'll keep it locked right here on the Indie Live Spot.
Eastern Sound.
And that was Rob Tardik with a couple of more great ones, Infinity and
Yeah.
Diamond Nights. Very
Those are
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you. That was yeah, like I said, we kind of chilled out there for a little bit, and like I was saying, that's part of the diversity here. I thought it was like I said, as you know, when you once you get up there in your catalog, you start doing artists start thinking, let's do a best of, or and I thought for the eighth one, I said, yeah, let's do a best of series, but not just reshuffle the deck. So, and when you start getting so many songs, it's like I had trouble choosing just like a 10-song best of, right? I said, why don't I do something different? I go, let's do 4 volumes, and then I'll break my music down into the classification, because I was telling you guys that a common question, like, you're at the end of the show and a fan will come up and goes over, oh, we loved, how'd you like the show? Oh, it was wonderful. I really like that song, Hope. I love the Latin ones to dance to. And I said, and then so they'll go, which CD has the Latin songs? And I'm like, they each have one. They all do. She goes, oh, well, which one do you recommend? It's like, buy them all. So I thought of that. I go, they're right. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of artists have that, right? You'll do especially if you have kind of like me, I'm kind of diverse. I have so many stylistic influences. And I said, you know what I'll do then? I'll do a best of, and I'll do new songs. So I'm going to write 2 more Chills tunes, like Diamond Nights and Infinity. And then I'm going to do the next one, Contemporary Funk. So let's just write some new songs plus do the best of. And now, I can't wait for 2020, or 2022 probably by the time we get Play Live, it looks like. But, when somebody comes up to me after a show and says, I really love all that funky jazz, or that's that's volume 2 for you there. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
You got all on there. I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to tell you which ones are, so that was diversity, and just being music too. And as humans, accepting, this, you hear all these words, diversity, inclusion, and stuff like that. It's time we're all human beings. We got to get along together, and we share this little planet, and let's just love each other and be good human beings.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, sleep. That's at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, diversity. I just want, music brings us together, regardless of what religious beliefs, or race. Like, take that out of the equation. You know what I mean? We're all people. Let's just get together. And music is one thing that can bring people of every culture, every race together. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that.
Of all ages, like you can see it at when I play live, and I'll say that on the mic. I'll see little kids dancing to some of my songs, and I'll say, there's a perfect example of how music moves people, because that little guy there, or little girl, they're like 2-3 years old. They don't know if I'm Drake. I could be the biggest pop star in the world, but they're still dancing. So to me, that just shows them that the music is what's moving them, and the energy.
That's right.
It's not who the persona is of the, that's, So it's like, just enjoy music and bring people together and have a good time, and that's and for everybody. So that's what diversity, this whole project is about. For everybody, enjoy music. So
yeah. Now, Rob, I got it. Somebody did ask a question in the chat room. In fact,
sure.
Will McNeil, he was asking us to ask you about your sauces. Can you tell us
hot
about
sauces?
That? Yes.
Now, yes, I do have hot sauces. They're all packed. They're actually already in the new house. My sweetheart took care of that yesterday. She organized the whole kitchen already. So I do have hot sauces. I have 2. I got a third one coming out too this year. I want to do another one. So I have to give credit there to my drummer, Jeff Salem. He's got a whole line of hot sauces that he sells. And a few years back, maybe a little bit more than that, we were talking after a gig. We were literally packing up, and we looked at each other, and I was talking about the hot sauce. And I go, you know what, Jeff? I go, I wouldn't mind doing a hot sauce for gigs, like after, because, CDs weren't selling anymore. Everybody's going into the digital, the streaming world. And I thought, I want to have something else to sell other than CDs, because a lot of people don't even have CD. Cars don't even make CD players in cars anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of, most young people have never even held a CD before in their life. They don't even know what CD is for a lot of people. You have to explain to them it's a disc, and it went into a machine. And it's not. That's the niche, people, I know vinyl's made a comeback, but it's still a very niche market. That's not mainstream at all. Or cassettes come back, some people said. Again, that's, show me those people. There's not enough, But anyway, so yeah, and I said, what would be cool? Something for people to leave with tangible, And so my wife she loves to dance salsa, and so I wrote the one song off the. Well, it was with Nate Harrison. We did the song together from Michigan, Detroit. Phil Denny was on. Phil Denny was on that CD. My buddy Phil, and then Nate did a song. It was called "Sippin' Salsa." So I did that dance song, and then because my wife was holding these salsa parties in the house, she was teaching salsa lessons. We had one room in the house with mirrors, and she had people coming over. And then what she would do again, Kim loves socials. She's a social energy, right? She just has that. She just brings people together. So we were having these like wine and sipping and little salsa parties inside the house. Like once a month, she would have these people come over. So she said the song. She goes, "You should have a song, Sippin' Salsa." I said, "I love that name, Sippin' Salsa," because after your parties. So you listen to that's off the, I think, Limitless album, I think, and it's a real high energy Latin song, and that'll be on the Diversity Volume 3. Gotta plug it. And that's the Sippin' Salsa was the first hot sauce, and that was with habaneros for Will, and that's like medium heat. And then I had it to raise the bar, so we went with ghost peppers for Shakin' the House, and Shakin' the House was the next hot sauce I did, and that was with I co-wrote a song with Darren Ron back in 2011. That was one of my first. That was actually my first, I think, Billboard top 10. I think East Meets West with Paul Brown. That was another good one I had. I love that too. But anyway, I worked with Darren, awesome guy and producer of still to this day.
A good guy.
A really good guy at the Litterbox Studios in Denver, Colorado. Shout out to Darren. And so anyway, that Shakin' the House, I thought that's a good name for a hot sauce. I like it, Shakin' the House. And so now I might do one more hot sauce now called Be Positive or something for Kim. I'm trying to think or something or walk it like something. Yeah. So I have a third one planned for this year next once gigs come back. And again, really, I don't want to get into the hot sauce business until just sell them in the stores. Yeah, that's a huge another entity you don't need to get into.
Yeah.
Go on. My friend here, funny Jeff, he was on a show called Dragon's Den, which is the equivalent of your Shark Tank. So he did his pitching. It's the Canadian version of Shark Tank. It's called Dragon's Den.
Okay.
And instead of the sharks, they have the dragons. You know.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's literally the same. Even some of the same cast, like the Kevin O'Leary, he used to be on the Canadian one, and Robert Herjavec. Some of the guys, they went from the Canadian show to the American shows. Like it's literally some cross pollination there. So, and he did get a pitch. He did really well on the show, and so he has a full-fledged hot sauce business as and also he's my drummer in my band.
Wow.
So we're going to work on a third one. And so there's my hot sauce story. So you can buy them off the website, www.robtardik.com. And that one's with, which one was that one? It's with, I'm forgetting the pepper, not ghost peppers. It's with the, bonnet. It's with the Scotch bonnet peppers. It's pretty hot, though, but it's good.
Oh, I bet.
So this is something you and Kim, you make your own hot sauce. That's what I'm understanding. Is that right?
Yeah. I make it with my drummer.
Okay, gotcha.
My drummer in my band, it's his company, and then we kind of rebrand it and we dip into the sauces and find the ones I like, and then we re-massage it, and so now I have these two brands with myself, but I do it with my drummer. Yeah.
It's amazing you said that because I was in there was going to be I guess a streaming. It was pre-recorded, and it's women, Jazzy Sisters. Several of the women that are in the business, I was one of them, and we were talking about CDs. A few of us said, why are we printing CDs when we got boxes in the garage?
Yeah.
And, you can't even print because the new computers don't have that ability. You can't play them in the cars. Yes. And I had looked into USB to sell USB. One of them said it's quite expensive. So, but, I love how you created, that you're being creative in terms of merchandise, because that's what we're having to do now. Because what are you going to do with a CD? Maybe you can fall asleep in the corner of your chair like Mac, but...
Okay, I have a question in the chat room before we stop. I mean, before we Colleen Keithley, she said that she wants to know the spelling of the software that you were talking about, Rob.
Which one?
The one that you did Be Positive on.
Oh, it's called Doodly. D like David.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh.
Can you see I shared my screen, right? Can you see those?
Yes.
So there's the Sip and Salsa, and then there's the Shake in the House. So
Awesome.
those are some. You can buy them off my website. But the software is. Let me stop sharing my screen here, if I can figure that out. Share screen. Stop sharing. It's called capital Doodly. Doodly, like like doodling.
Okay, let me take the E out. I did write it down.
You know what? It might be E. Doodly. Hang on a sec. Let me look it up on the internet for you guys while I'm on. I'll get the spelling. Doodly. There might be. It might be.
I think I've seen it before. I think I have.
Yeah, it's actually no. It's Doodly. No
I
E.
see it now. Okay.
Doodly. Yeah, you go to the website. You can see it.
I see it.
Doodly. Try it. It's very slick.
And you know what I'm thinking, because I just bought a very nice video editing software. I can combine them. I can import into the other one and be real creative with it. So
it's easy to use. Like once you learn it, like anything, right? New software. Right. But you could, like you said, you can integrate your music into it. You can create live video clips of you. You could take a phone clip. It's an open source platform. You can create videos, like animated videos with whatever though. Like it's totally you just cut and paste and prop stuff in. It's limited by your creativity, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. So and it's affordable. Like if you could hire an animation crew or like somebody to animate a video, but
we're indie artists. We gotta. I mean, DIY doesn't mean you work always alone, but you do a lot of things on your own, and I don't mind that.
No, we're in the same boat. So I
But you know what? What I really appreciate about you, of course, your music is wonderful, and you have an amazing career, amazing wife, amazing story. Is that you don't mind sharing?
No, not at all.
That's.
No, I think we all together. Like I'm really. I do like to give back a lot, like we do, and we're starting a charity organization for abused women. There's a shelter here.
Nice.
Yeah, so we at Christmas time, it was so nice. We went with my wife and my sister-in-law, and we donated, I think, almost $1,300 or $1,400. I raised some T-shirts off my website, and we have new Be Positive T-shirts coming. I'll plug that.
Cool.
They're available.
Yes.
Right now we have some. I have T-shirts right now, but I'm almost sold out. They were called the Kim Possible. She is loved, and they're supporting again gender-based violence. We're trying to, you want to take something like this and do something positive and look at the big picture. Like instead of like becoming a victim and saying "woe is me," because it's very easy to go into darkness and say,
right,
like get really dark. And I could have been angry and I could want to go out and beat the crap out of every guy I see, but I didn't. I said I'm not going to do that, and therapy helped. To be honest, I was in therapy for months. That really helped sort out my brain.
And good for you. That shows your strength too. That you got therapy. But I want to ask you, with everything that you have going on, T-shirts and the Safe Haven for Women. Do you have can someone subscribe to your mailing list? To be updated about what's going on, both your music and what's going on with Kim and her book and her everything like that.
So thank you for asking. I appreciate that. There's a few things you can do. If you want to hear about Kim, she's already posted lots of videos. So she's created on her YouTube channel. Just look for Kimberly Black. Her last name is Black, Black. Kimberly Black. You can subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's doing lots of great videos about helping women be resilient and thrive. We just did a video about the move we're doing the other day. So we have lots of cool videos. She talks about her story there. So there's a lot of content. My website, you can subscribe to my newsletter there. So if you go onto my contact page, I think you get a free download as well with one of my songs if you subscribe to my mailing list. So robtardik.com, www.robtardik or Robert or Rob, they both work. You can get onto my mailing list there and you can subscribe. And of course, I have my YouTube channel. You can watch the videos there. Again, it's just all YouTube Rob Tardik. And so that's the easiest way. And the website, of course, like I said, you can buy the hot sauce there, the T-shirts, the CDs. Like yourself, you know the drill. Get all the merchandise going on your website.
Yeah.
I'm going to subscribe because I really want to follow what you guys are doing, both of you actually.
Oh, thank you.
Subscribe to her as well. I'm a woman, so Anything that has to
absolutely.
do with keeping women safe, I'm all for it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if Kim is here. Honey?
Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah, Kim, can you come here, sweetheart? I called her. She's packed. I got my office door closer. Come here, sweetheart. Just meet everybody, all the wonderful people here I've been chatting with.
Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
This is possible.
Hello.
Can you see me?
She
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
here.
Okay.
If you put the headphones on,
Oh,
you can say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So
Hello.
good to see you.
yes,
Yes.
very nice
Thank
to
you.
see you. What
Thank
an-
you very much.
Yeah, Rob told us about your amazing story, and I'm so touched.
Well, I'm super lucky to have this. He's my rock star. That's what I say. Through the whole thing, he was by my side, never left my side, and remained positive every day. When he came in, he had a smile on his face, and he didn't complain. He sat there all day and stayed until I fell asleep at night. So that was really nice.
That's
Now I'm
Yeah.
complaining with the move.
Now,
but
now
other
he complains with the move, but you know, who doesn't? Thank
Well,
you so much for your time,
Oh,
and letting him talk, because I think that helps.
Oh yeah.
Time. He's one of our favorite people to have on the show. But we don't have to say it. He'll just go. And I was like, go for it, Rob. It's your
Yeah.
show.
Like, where's my coffee?
Having Starbucks. But thank you so much. Have a good rest of your Easter weekend.
You
You
too.
too. Be
You
blessed.
too. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, Kim.
Okay.
Sweetheart.
There you go.
What a sweetheart.
Yes, she is.
So there's the real star of the show.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, she's an amazing woman. It's like not even because of my wife. It's just, yeah, amazing.
She's an
you know?
amazing person. She is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she really is. Like it's just again not because of my wife. Just you could ask anybody around us. Even like when this happened, she had so many people. Like she teaches. She's a professor at the college, and they were like shocked. You know, and there's such an outpouring from the colleges saying like this is our favorite professor. Like she rocks the campus, and we love her, but we can't believe it. And all the women, and we have. They started so many vigils. There was so many candlelight vigils and walks. And next month we have obviously. You guys can't be directly here, but we're having a 5 kilometer. I think we're having a walk for her because the university where she graduated from, they are doing a scholarship for a young woman now.
That's
it's amazing.
awesome.
So, yeah, the university has instituted. We have a scholarship starting for a new 4-year degree program at the university here, where she graduated. She got her master's, and they're doing a 4-year scholarship. So we're raising money for that. Next month, we're doing a walk for Be Positive, or that's what I'm saying. We got the shirts coming, and I'll have those on my website probably about 2-3 weeks. They're just being made right now, and it's amazing. So we're doing a big walk, and with COVID, so you can walk anywhere. You can walk in your own street. You can walk in your own community. So it'll be on. I'll be posting a lot on my Facebook and social media. We're just waiting for the shirts to have. So we just it's coming. It's going to be in the first. It's Mother's Day. What am I saying? Mother's Day in May. We're doing the walk for some, again, helping women and just kind of ending this gender-based violence. It's just we really want to make something good out of this, like a positive thing, a be positive kind of thing.
For sure.
And,
For sure.
Yeah.
So we were honored when the university reached out to her and saying they're organizing this and a walk for her. So we can't wait. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank
Our
you
future
so much.
is bright.
As my wife says.
Blue.
All right. Well, yes. Well, definitely, Rob. We really appreciate you
Thanks,
coming
guys.
on, taking the time to be here, and sharing your story and everything. And so,
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Happy Easter to each and every one of you. We're sending all the love from me and Kim to all you guys. Thank you for supporting us artists. It really means a lot to us to have this voice in the community and to be shared, obviously globally, right, with the internet. So I was honored to be asked, obviously by Griselda reached out to me, so thank you, and to all 4 of you for your time today. And we keep going, right, Ray? We just keep going, buddy.
Well, that's something you can do, Rob.
Or
That's
take
all
a
we can
nap.
do.
As I said, keep it moving.
Keep
After
moving,
eight.
moving.
Keep it moving.
Or take a nap, right, Mac? Or just take a nap. And then come right back.
Yeah, you're just resting your eyes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're just
That's
resting.
that's the balance. You know what I mean?
I can't y'all see my eyes. I can't y'all see my eyes was closed.
Yeah, I got a picture. I so.
You snapped that shot. I saw you when you snapped it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How can you see with your eyes closed?
I was looking right at you when you snapped.
Balancing out the show. It's all good.
All right. Well, everybody have a great weekend and happy Easter. And
Easter.
and again, thanks again, Rob. We appreciate you, and definitely
Thanks.
we look forward to the next time you come back again.
Absolutely.
All
Love to.
right.
All the best to you.
All
Bell
right.
wishes everybody, okay?
All right.
Good.
Bye for now.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Well,
Mac,
what?
say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
See you later. Bye.
Yeah, what a wonderful show. I'm so inspired. I was not expecting to be so inspired and so touched and moved by his music and by his wife and her story. But everybody in the chat room, again, I remind everybody, independent artists that are on our show, go on Spotify, Apple Music, and add them to your playlist. You know, and also Gary has music there. I have some support. But more importantly, on this video, there's a thumbs up button. If you like what you saw today, click thumbs up and or subscribe if you haven't already. And if you didn't like it, don't click the other one. Okay, let's just keep it. Be positive.
There you go.
Positive and share. We really had a great following last week. We're trying to build up. So please tell more people about it. And I appreciate so much. I know Gris is going to take care of that part about thanking everybody. But yes, share. Let's get this going. Look at the amazing people we have on our show and the amazing stories that they have, amazing music. Boy, I'm telling you, this was a great show. I want to go hear it again. Anyway, to you, Gris.
All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Well, we appreciate it rather. Like Joyce said, please help us grow this station, okay, and help us to get more people on the show, more artists, more independent artists on the show. And like she said, support all the artists that we have on as far as, you know, please support Gary and Joyce and support the artists that we have, whether if you do Spotify or Pandora, whichever outlet you go to, or all of them. Help support them as well, because even if they get, like Joyce said, they half a penny. If a lot of people get this and then you'll get half pennies, you know, more money. Next week, I'm excited. I'm so excited to have this man back on the show. I cannot wait. We've got Daryl Walker.
Oh, nice.
Daryl F. Walker is next week, honey.
Daryl
Yes.
F. Walker. Don't get it twisted.
Well, because Daryl Fitzgerald Walker. So it's just, I just shortened the F, the Fitzgerald to F. So he's going to be on the show. And also we'll be having his wife join him as well, Lilani. So I cannot wait to actually get to talk to, well, Daryl, didn't catch up with him, but to actually get to talk to his wife. I cannot wait.
She's definitely a talented person as well.
Oh yeah. So I cannot wait. And plus they're in a brand new house as well. So I can't wait to, you know, see what else they might have. They might show us around the house maybe. Give us a little tour, hopefully. Yeah, so he and Leilani are going to be our guests next week, so please join us. And for those that from our Jewish community, I hope you had a great Passover. And for the rest of us that are for the Christians, have a happy Easter. Be safe out there, and we will see you next week.
All right.
Ciao.
All right. Bye. See you, everybody.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Say good night, Gracie.